Hello everybody. So in our previous message, we spoke about the 7 deadly effects of bitterness, or the 7 deadly stages of bitterness. That video is available on our YouTube, so you can check that out. Today we're going to speak about healing the deadly stages of bitterness, or healing the deadly effects of bitterness. And we said that bitterness takes a long time to get to stage 7 sometimes. Sometimes it's not like an immediate or quick thing. But healing bitterness also is not always an immediate or a quick thing. So how do we heal bitterness? Because it starts with unforgiveness. The way to heal bitterness is forgiveness, and we're going to dive into what is forgiveness and the importance of forgiveness and how to do it as well. So Corrie ten Boom said the following: forgiveness is the key that unlocks the door of resentment and the handcuffs of hatred. It is a power that breaks the chains of bitterness and the shackles of selfishness. So when you are in bitterness, and for those of you who've seen the video on the 7 stages of bitterness, if you have these things around you holding you like chains, I want you to see forgiveness as the thing that breaks these chains off of you. This is why forgiveness is something that sets you free. It doesn't necessarily set the person free that caused the bitterness, but it sets you free. President Nelson Mandela said, "As I walked out of the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew if I did not leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I would still be in prison." Many people today are in this prison of bitterness, this prison of hatred, and it's like there are these invisible chains holding your mind, holding your emotion. And like we always say, for you to go forward, your mind, your imagination, your thinking has to go forward, and one thing that holds that back a lot of times is bad emotion. So if you cannot deal with yourself emotionally, you are struggling to go forward in your work, your job, your future, your family, your career, your relationships. This is why healing this bitterness and dealing with yourself emotionally every day is an extremely important thing. So understanding bitterness, the following areas are very important. Bitterness hurts me emotionally and physically. Now it starts in the emotional realm, it starts in the mindset, it starts in the thinking. But like I said last week, Dr. Michelle Stratham proved in her book that bitterness can make you physically sick. It can make you physically ill, to a place where you have to go to the doctor or to hospital, get on medication, and it started with bitterness. It started with an emotion. Another thing about bitterness that you need to understand, it hurts those around you. The people that are in a relationship with you, whether it's a romantic relationship, family relationship, a friendship relationship, work relationship at the job, it affects the people around you if you are dealing with bitterness, undealt with, unhealed bitterness. And another thing about bitterness is it hurts your future. People cannot go into the future that they should go into. People cannot go into the success that they should go into because your emotions influences your future. Or let me say this, your mindset influences your future. Your emotions influence your mindset, and bitterness influence your emotions. So if you don't deal with bitterness, it has an effect on your future. And like I said, it has an effect on everything around you. So now we're going to look at exactly what forgiveness is and how to do it. Before I do that, I want to say I do sessions with Mind Prosperity in businesses, workplace, in groups, in families, with individuals, and I have sessions on the mindset, on the emotions, emotional intelligence, mental wealth. And if you want to know more, you can email me, and you can talk to me personally on email at albert@thlt.co.za, where I can tell you more about what we do. Or you can go visit our website, www.mindprosperity.co.za, and on the website you will get all the information. But let's look at what forgiveness is, because forgiveness is the thing that you're going to use, or forgiveness is the way to heal bitterness. So what is not part of forgiveness? So the things that I'm going to say now, this doesn't mean forgiveness. Okay, so the first thing, forgiveness doesn't mean what the person did is okay or condoned. So by saying forgive somebody, I'm not saying what the person did to you is right. I can maybe say that you have the right to be bitter, but bitter will still affect you. So forgiveness doesn't mean that I say, okay, I have to get to that place where I say what you did to me is okay, or what you did to me can be condoned. Forgiveness also doesn't mean I have to be friends with the person, or I have to restore a friendship with the person. Forgiveness can still mean I need to do distance, depending on what the person person did to you. Now, I would recommend not to break a friendship as far as you can, because sometimes people break friendships and the thing that they did to each other is little, because remember, we are still human beings and people are still going to hurt one another. You're going to be bitter in every single friendship, in every single, like in your marriage, in anything can cause bitterness. So only break friendship when something is really toxic or something is really bad. Okay, so I'm not condoning breaking friendships left and right, but forgiveness doesn't mean I have to be friends with the person. Forgiveness also doesn't mean I need to trust the person. Now, trust is the same thing. People place too much of a great demand on trust, because people around you are going to make mistakes. People around you are going to disappoint you just because they are human. It doesn't matter who they are. So you cannot every single time somebody makes a mistake, every single time somebody does something to you when they're late or when they lie, say, now I don't trust this person anymore. People make mistakes. But if the person's intention is bad towards you the whole time, that can be a place where you say, okay, I don't trust the person. So forgiveness doesn't mean I need to trust the person. So what is forgiveness? Now I'm going to go to that part where I say, okay, this is what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is I peacefully and in peace I go on with my life. Forgiveness is where you say all of those stages of bitterness is now broken off of me. Doesn't mean what you did is right, but it does mean I can peaceably and peacefully go on with my life. I can peaceably and peacefully go on into my future. Forgiveness does mean I don't hate you and I don't resent you. So hatred and resentment is a bad thing, and it's never okay towards you to have it. So when you forgive, you can get to a place where you say, listen, I love you even if it's from a distance. I want good for you even if it's from a distance. But I'm over that place where I hate you and where I resent you. But the main thing of forgiveness, and this is the greatest thing, is to let go. Now, I know that's so much easier said than done, because to let go is not that easy. I'm referring to one of the episodes on Big Bang Theory, if you've ever seen that sitcom, where this one guy, Sheldon, dealt with something very emotional, and Penny said to him, the other girl, she said to him, hold this pen, let go, and then he let go, and then she said, well, do that with your emotions, and he couldn't, because it's not that easy. So letting go is not like that pen where you just let go. It's not that easy. But letting go does mean every single day I deal with my emotions, I deal with my mind, I deal with what happened until I get to that place where I can say I let go. So again, when I speak about forgiveness, I'm not saying this is an easy, quick fix thing. It's a journey that you have to go through to get to that place where you can say I can let go. Rick Warren said, it is not what you eat that matters, it is what eats you. You can have all the right macrobiotics and organic food, but if your body is filled with resentment, worry, fear, lust, guilt, anger, bitterness, or any other emotional disease, it's going to shorten your life. Then I want to end with this. Martin Luther King Jr. said, as my sufferings mounted, I soon realized that there were two ways I could respond to my situation, either to react with bitterness or seek to transform the suffering into creative force. I decided to follow the latter course. So what he said is, I did not decide to respond with bitterness. I decided to transform my sufferings into creative force. So I used what I went to do something great with my life, and use what I went through to create a better future. Thank you so much for watching. I want to encourage you to like, to subscribe, leave a comment, share this message and this video to people, because we do believe it's going to help them. From Mind Prosperity, we love you, and we will see you soon again. Goodbye.